Now, it is by no surprise that I was able to generate almost $22,000 in just a single day on my Shopify dropshipping store. And with being in the space for about 7 years now, I find that about 98% of the time, most dropshippers don't fail because they can't find that right potential winning product. I mean, realistically, there's a ton of them on the open marketplace, right? But it's more so because they don't have a tried, proven, and reliable advertising strategy to go ahead and execute on. So in this video, I'll be revealing exactly that, the step-by-step Facebook ads blueprint, which you can utilize to test and launch any dropshipping product in any niche. And of course, without wasting tons of money. For this particular store, I was selling a product, at least what I like to call the Cozy Buddies. You can actually see the exact product description on my store on the screen. And because I had a solidified strategy from the get-go that built a solid base and foundation, I was able to scale this singular product to a multi-5-figure day. So without any further ado, let's get into it, and make sure you guys do watch the entire video because every click, I assure you, is super important. I like to keep things super simple, so just keep watching, and by the end of this tutorial, you will absolutely be a master when it comes to launching and setting up any product when it comes to Facebook ads. So first and foremost, let's click on create right over here. When it comes to buying type, we'll leave it at default, so just press auction if it's already not there. Campaign objective, sales, and then go ahead and click on continue. We're going to set up a manual sales campaign. Facebook recently rolled out a lot of autonomous styled settings and stuff like that. You'll see as we progress throughout the tutorial video, but just trust me when I say this, click on manual sales campaign. There's certain settings and stuff that you want to set yourself and really be in control of. So let's click on continue. For the campaign name, so I like to be very organized. How you do one thing is how you do everything, as they say. So I like to put the date of the product. So we'll put May 1st. We will put Cozy Buddies, and then I'm going to put Big 4. Okay, we are going to be selling to the Big 4 countries: US, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. We call them the Big 4 because those are the countries with the biggest credit card spenders, all right, the most online shoppers. So after that, we will put ABO, ad set budget optimization, which will be the type of campaign that we are setting up. Essentially, ad set budget optimization means that the budget will be at the ad set level. Again, you will see this come to life visually a little bit down the line in this tutorial video, but all it really means is that each ad set will have its own individual budget. When it comes to special ad categories, just leave that at default. We don't want to touch anything. Campaign details, again, our buying type is auction, campaign objective is sales. We are not utilizing a catalog. Make sure you click on more, and then the campaign spending limit does say none added. We are not A/B testing, and we are not doing an advantage campaign budget. In other words, this is a CBO, what it was called previously on Meta, okay, campaign budget optimization. But essentially what this means is that the budget is set at the campaign level, right? So if I were to set it at $100 and I have 5 different ad sets, the $100 will be diversified or distributed amongst the 5 different ad sets, and Facebook will go ahead and decide how much each ad set will go ahead and spend. One can spend $40, another can spend $18, another can spend $5, right? Again, that would depend on Facebook or on Meta, but we're going to go ahead and turn this off as we are running an ABO campaign, an ad set budget optimization campaign. Awesome. So let's go ahead and click on next. So for this ad set name, okay, we're going to have about 6 to 7 ad sets in total. That's how many I like to start with when I'm first testing. This is going to be called open no targeting, and you'll see what I mean by that in just a little bit. Conversion location will be website. Our performance goal is maximize number of conversions. Chances are, if this is a new ad account just like this one, this is not even enabled just yet, so don't even worry about it. Make sure you guys do connect your pixel, add your pixel over here. The pixel is a tracking mechanism that really goes ahead and tracks anything and everything on your website, right? Any single event on your website that is taken by a user, the pixel tracks it, it picks it up, and then it's reporting back to the ad account. When it comes to the conversion event, we will do purchase, right? That's what we're optimizing for. We're optimizing for purchase, as that is the end result we want people to go through with, right? We don't want people to add to cart and then just stop there, or add payment info and stop there. Same thing with initiate checkout, right? We want people to actually go through with the purchase and buy from our store. Cost per result goal, we're going to skip that. Click on more. Make sure the attribution setting is at its default window, 7-day click, 1-day view, when you get charged impression. And our delivery delivery type will be standard. We are not utilizing dynamic creative for the purpose of this setup. Our budget will be 20 bucks, right? Each ad set will be devoted a $20 a day budget. And then our start date will be the 1st, okay? And we're gonna be starting at midnight. We wanna start at midnight so the ads optimize properly and they also spend evenly throughout the day. If they spend, or if they start, I would say a random time during the day, let's say at 9 a.m., okay? Well, guess what? You're missing a potential pool or window of buyers from 12 a.m. to 9 a.m., right? And then on top of that, your budget is not spending evenly. So therefore, we do always want to start any new campaign or any new ad set in general that we set up on Facebook, started at midnight so it has an even window to distribute its budget throughout the day. We do want to be running our ads all the time for, again, budget scheduling. Do not touch that. That is some advanced settings. So first and foremost, what we want to do is Advantage plus Audience, where it says this, just click on switch to original audience options. This is what I was saying prior, how Facebook likes to, suggest its autonomous rules and settings, but again, we want to stay away from that. So we are going to use the original audience, okay? Just ignore all of this for now. So locations, we already have Canada here because this is a Canadian account. Usually if you are in the US, it will have United States. So we're going to add UK. Speaking of the United States, we're going to add that, and then we're going to add the United, we already have that. So we're going to add Australia. So these are the big 4 countries that I was talking about before. When it comes to age, so usually I like to keep this pretty broad, okay? When it comes to this specific product, again, you need to recognize the nature of the product. I would say a good buying age would be maybe from about 18 to 50 or 18 to 55. I think that's a good age range for our cozy buddies. Again, really recognize the customer persona of your product, meaning who is your ideal customer, your ideal buyer. Let's move on to genders. Again, if it's a gender neutral product, then leave it at that. If you're unsure, again, just leave it at that, okay? Facebook or Meta is very smart and it will find your right potential customer avatar, or just your right potential customer in general is what I mean to say. But for something like this, which is more of a woman dominant product, we're gonna go ahead and target women. Now, the reason why it is an open no targeting ad set is because we are not doing any targeting, okay? So when it comes to the detailed targeting, we're not going to be targeting, for example, socks for this specific ad set, okay? For any product that I go ahead and test, ladies and gents, I always like to leave one ad set, aka this one, that does not have any interest targeting at all. When we come down to languages, we're gonna do English, okay? English all. We only wanna target English speaking users. We don't wanna waste our advertising dollars for anyone that's woman between the ages of 18 and 55 who lives in the following 4 countries who do not speak English, right? Again, that's just wasting our advertising dollars. For placements, for this one, we actually can just leave it at default. So just leave the Advantage plus placements on when it comes to this, and then we'll click on next and move on to the creative part. So let's turn on ad preview. Make sure you guys select your ideal Facebook page, the Facebook page that your ad account is connected to. This should tie hand in hand with your Shopify store, right? Meaning if your Shopify store is called dog, well, your Facebook page should also be dog or dog store or something like that. Instagram account, a lot of people ask me, should I connect this? Yes, I would. Is it a must-have or a must-do? I would say no. So yes, it is optional to connect the IG account. Ideally, once you grow your Shopify store and once your ads are pumping, you do want to go ahead and increase your awareness. Hence, connecting your Instagram account would be the right move. So let's scroll back up again. Partnership ad, we want to leave that off. We're gonna just title this video 1. Now, for any specific product, I like to start with 3 to 7 creatives. Okay, 3 to 7 creatives in each specific ad set. I usually don't like to have more than 7 or 8. I think it's just too much. And then Facebook doesn't really give an even proportion or even chance of distribution to each specific ad. So if you have 9 or 10, it might, favor 3, 4, 5, 6, but not the rest of the ads. So again, I think that's a good sweet spot to have. For this specific product, we're gonna have 3. And if you're wondering who I utilize for creatives, I utilize viral e-com ads. They are awesome when it comes to making UGC, user-generated content, which obviously works on TikTok, but it also works amazing when it comes to Facebook and Instagram ads, right? When you're running ads on Facebook, you're obviously running on Instagram too, as Meta owns both platforms. So point is, UGC style videos work absolutely amazing nowadays. And quite frankly, for any type of product success, you do need UGC ads in your ecosystem. We will go ahead and go here. So create ad, make sure it's selected on that. Manual upload, single image or video. Let us deselect this. It's okay if, again, they say recommended. Don't be fooled by that. So let's add our media. So we'll go ahead and add the video. Awesome, guys. So once you've added the media, just go to trim, crop, optimize. Just leave everything at default. Leave all the optimizations on. Again, I don't really mess with any of that. And then click on done. What we're going to do next is put the website URL. So just for the purpose of this video, we're going to do google.com. Okay, but obviously you want your landing page over here, or your lander, which is going to be your product page for your specific product. And then always make sure to preview your URL to make sure that it's going to the right lander page. Okay, you don't want to make any silly mistakes. A lot of the times people, missee something or click on the wrong button. They don't double or triple check their work. And quite frankly, that can cost hundreds and thousands of dollars sometimes, right? So always get into the habit of double checking your work. Obviously my pixel is not going to be active because it's not getting live traffic. Leave everything else pretty much at default. Okay, now let us go to the call to action. So I like to put shop now. In the future, okay, if your product works, you can split test between learn more or order now. That does really well too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But again, 90% of the time, shop now will do its magic. So let's go ahead and work on the ad copy, the most important. So the ad copy is made up of 3 components: the primary text, which is what's going to go on top right over here, the headline, which is going to go right here, and then the description that will go right underneath the headline. Okay, and you'll see that populate once we do have this. So how do I go ahead and come up with my ad copy? Well, yes, you can go ahead and mimic your competitor's ad copy. That's obviously very self-explanatory, so I'm not even going to bother doing that. Okay, you can take bits and pieces and chunks of your competitor's ad copy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Obviously, just don't copy and paste the whole thing. You always want to add your flair to it, add your little twist to it. Okay, but if you feel like your competitor doesn't have well enough to do ad copy, or you just want to be a little bit more unique, well, let's go to ChatGPT, okay? What can't AI offer these days? So let's plug into ChatGPT. I am selling this product called, again, the more descriptive you are, the more you massage your initial query, the more specific and relatable your outcome will be. Cozy Buddies for women on Facebook ads. These products are kind of like sock leggings, to give context, because obviously Cozy Buddies is not too specific, right? They can really mean anything. Give me an ad copy that includes of a primary text. The headline and the description, these are typically really, really easy to form. So the main thing is the primary text, right? That's the first thing people will see. So let's look at this. Introducing Cozy Buddies, your new favorite comfort essential. I like to use some emojis. You don't want to use too many emojis, right? You don't want to overdo it. At the end of the day, you want to come across as a professional brand, okay? Say goodbye to cold feet and hello to warmth and style with our luxurious sock leggings, whether you're lounging at home, yada, yada, yada. Okay, we don't need these hashtags. We'll play around with this a little bit. So let's come here. Introducing our Cozy Buddies, your new favorite comfort essential. So that is the hook, right? That is what's going to reel people in, or continue reeling people in, okay? Say goodbye to cold feet and hello to warmth and style with our luxurious sock leggings. Whether you're lounging at home, running errands, or enjoying a night in, Cozy Buddies is a perfect companion for every occasion. Okay, I think that's good. It's a little bit on the longer side, but it's not too bad. What we can add is treat your feet to the ultimate comfort experience today for 50% off. Okay, what am I doing? Okay guys, I don't know what happened there, so I apologize. For 50% off, right? We can go ahead and put this heart over here. Then what I would do is I would just put your link over here, right? Obviously, people will go ahead and click on your link over here, but you want to give them more options to click, right? So I always like to put my landing page over here. Now, Meta will give you suggested text variations. I personally don't even like to look at them. Let's do another one. Okay, let's look at another one. So we can always do regenerate. This is kind of the same style. So let me do make it more concise and include bullet points for features. I like to do this as well, right? We can actually, and the reason I'm doing that is because we can actually add another primary text, okay? And I usually like to do 2 primary texts, 2 headlines, and 2 descriptions. And Facebook, what it will do is Facebook will go ahead and take the best combinations of them, combine with the creatives, and then push them out, and then really, really only focus on ones, really focus your advertising bucks on the ones that are doing the best, on the combinations that are doing the best more so. Awesome, so this is a little bit more playful, right? And you can also put like the tone, make it more serious, for example, okay? And yeah, it probably won't use as many emojis. It'll be more blur paragraph format. So anyway. Luxurious sock leggings for women, keep your legs snug and warm. Sometimes I'll change things up, make them a little bit shorter. Perfect for lounging or on the go. Say yes to coziness and yes to style. And we can put 50% off sale ends tonight. Boom, we can put our link, okay? So I like to put 2 to 3 kinds of primary text, at least 2 types of primary text. Another idea, again, I wanna give you guys options, okay? Make it into a review or testimonial type. This is what not a lot of people do. Style of primary text. There we go. Right, there we go. Again, guys, you just gotta put a little bit of effort. Like, the resources and tools exist out there. I never knew warmth could be this stylish until I found Cozy Buddies, yada, yada, yada. You guys get the point. Amber, G, okay? Boom, add our call to action. We can put a little heart. There you go, guys. So you can have 2 or 3 kinds of primary text. The headline. The headline can be anything that directly relates to the product, okay? So we can have 8 colors to choose from, okay? Again, it'll give you text variations. Sometimes they're good, but I usually just ignore them. We can put perfect this winter season. For the description, I like to put something of urgency or scarcity. So we can put limited time deal. Hurry, only 8 left in stock, okay? The description is limited time deal, like I said, right underneath our headline. So this is one creative with multiple primary texts, 3 primary texts, 2 headlines, and 2 descriptions. And like I said, they'll take the best combination and then push them out. So now we did this for one creative. Now everything here on after, it's pretty straightforward, okay? Listen up. So we have video 1. What we're gonna do is duplicate it and upload our second video. So we'll just come over here, put video 2, edit media, and then just change out the video. So we can go to trim, and then crop, optimize again, keep everything at default, and this is going to upload. Once we have this, we'll do the same process again and upload our last creative. So press duplicate, and we'll go ahead, come up over here, video 3, and again, everything else will carry over, by the way, right? Because we're duplicating literally all the settings, right? From video 1, the settings and the placements, meaning the call to actions, the entire ad copies, they'll carry forward, okay? So we don't have to do everything all over again. Like I said, everything is literally being carry forwarded, okay? So we'll go to edit media, change video, and we will go through the same process one more time, and there we go. So let me just give y'all a quick example of the type of creatives viral e-com ads can generate for y'all. Very similar sort of UGC style videos that I used myself, and here we go. There you guys go. So I highly recommend utilizing viral e-com ads for your creatives, guys. They'll generate you unique style UGC videos, and your creatives are by far the most important, okay? You can have a great product, great ad copy, but if your creatives don't meet the standards, you're not going to get any clicks, any visitors, any traffic to your Shopify store. So I will have a special discounted link in the description down below. Go ahead, utilize them, and thank me later. So typically what we would go ahead and do is click on publish. Obviously, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to be doing that. So let's just go back. So now we have our campaign, and we have our ad set, open no targeting, and we have the 3 videos inside of it. So now what we're going to do is duplicate this. Let's do 5 more times, okay? So now, on the left over here, this is your original ad set, open no targeting, and all the copy ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are the duplicates that we made. So for every single product, ladies and gents, I like to have 4 default ad sets. 1 is open no targeting. 1 is online shopping. I always do this specific ad set. It's super broad. You can see that the audience size is about 1.5 billion to 1.8 billion. And then once it populates, okay, it's 68 million to 80 million. We want this to be at least 5 to 7 million typically. Just a good rule of thumb. Otherwise, your CPMs, your cost per 1,000 impressions, will be really high if your audience is small, right? Because the pool is really limited to fish from when it comes to Facebook targeting and finding that ideal customer. yours. So let's go to the second one, the third must-have ad set when it comes to testing any product, and that is engage shoppers. Again, super big audience size, about 800 million, and then once it populates, it's 42 to 49 million. So that's absolutely perfect. Awesome. So now this is the original one, so let's not touch that. Let's go to the next one. So this is our fourth essential must-have ad set, okay, when it comes to, again, any product out there. For this one, we're gonna do something a little bit different, so keep watching. What we're gonna do for this one is use Advantage Plus Audience. So it's gonna be still open no targeting without any interest at all, or we're gonna be using this feature called Advantage Plus Audience, right, which was the default feature that we previously unclicked. So this is gonna be with Advantage Plus Audience compared to this one where it's just open no targeting without the Advantage Plus Audience. So 1, 2, 3, 4, guys, I always like to test when it comes to any given product, and then I'll add about 2 or 3 interests, and all of these besides this one right here, okay, will be without the Advantage Plus Audience, right? Just FYI. So when it comes to interests, I like to think of who might be interested into X being the interest that also might be interested in buying my product. So X can be a person, a place, a thing, a behavior, a book, a movie, a country, like it can literally be anything. So let's do leggings, okay? Maybe people who like to wear leggings or women who like to wear leggings may be interested in buying this product. So again, pretty broad interest, and that's why it's super, super big. You can do that as well. And again, guys, just be creative over here, okay? And then let's go ahead and do the last one. So let's make this a little bit less obvious. Let's do Netflix, right? I think a good amount of women in this age group watch Netflix. So, you know, we're not doing socks or pants or anything like that, or like winter or snow. We're doing an interest that fits the persona of this specific customer avatar, right? So we want to think a little bit outside of the box as well when it comes to certain interests. So we will do Netflix. Awesome, guys. So obviously you would go ahead and click on publish, but I'm just going to keep this in draft. So because we went ahead and we copied this specific ad set, everything else also copied over, okay? Everything else literally copied over from ad set to ad set to ad set. Now we have all of these just because we have different combinations of primary text, headlines, and descriptions, as y'all remembered. That's the only reason. But essentially each ad set has the same creatives, the same ad copy, the same everything. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 when it comes to testing this specific product. I should have went here, but you guys can see that this is how much we're going to be spending. If you guys have a little bit of a larger budget, then you can gladly add 1 or 2 interests like these, okay? Like I said, these 4 interests, we absolutely want to must have, okay? They're like almost a default. Think about it that way. The other thing I like to do is customize my columns, okay? We definitely want to customize our columns. That's super, super important. So let us go on. I think I've already customized some of these before the video, but we'll go to customize columns and make sure you guys have click CPC, CTR. Make sure you guys also have CPM, and then ROAS. ROAS is the most important, okay? Return on ad spend. How much are you getting in return compared to the money that you're dumping into Facebook? And then let's also make sure to have purchases, total, and then also value. We can save this as ecom, and over here, based on your preference, guys, you can go ahead and rearrange this. I like to have ROAS at the end typically. Again, this is totally your choice. And then CPC, CTR, CPC, I like to have all together. We'll actually do CPC all and get rid of this. We just want to have all. So let me reword that. CPM, CTR, and CPC, we want to have together, and make sure these say all for CTR and CPC. That is an overall general metric for them. So we'll click apply, and then boom, we have them all over here. Now, good products, I just want to say this, good products have good metrics from the get-go, right? Assuming you have everything set up, obviously ads are like 60 to 70% of the part, but as long as you have a good offer, good pricing, a good lander, a good funnel, which I have more videos about on the channel, so feel free to check them out. I wanted to keep this video solely about Facebook ads, launching, and setting up for a product. But like I was mentioning, ladies and gents, good products have good metrics from the get-go, assuming everything is intact. So for example, CTR depends on your overall creative, so your ad copy and your video. So that for a top of the funnel cold audience is usually good when it's about 2 to 3%. CPC, cost per click. What is the average cost per click, right? What is it costing you for someone to click on average? So usually below $1 is really, really good when it comes to that. And then lastly, CPM. This is the hardest metric to control in my experience, but usually on Facebook, about a $15 to $25 CPM is not too bad. And again, that is your cost per 1,000 views, 1,000 impressions, in other words. So these are the top 3 KPIs, key performance indicators that you want to look out for. And obviously the most important metric is ROAS, right? Return on ad spend. So if you spent $100 total and you made $200 in sales, right? Your purchase conversion value is 200, or your website conversion value is 200, right? You have a 2 ROAS. So you're more than likely profitable. You want your break-even ROAS to be about a 1.5 or a 1.6. This is typically the ROAS you need to at least break even. So let's say my ROAS on a product is a 1.6. A total ROAS below a 1.6 is meaning that I'm losing money. Anything above 1.6 means that I'm in the green, or I'm profitable and I'm making money. So before you test any product, know your break-even point ROAS. Okay, you can pull out your calculator if you guys want, but a really easy way to do this is, let's say you're selling a product at $24.95 and your cost price is $8, which is not too bad. I recommend selling a product at least a 2.5 to 3x markup. So we'll do $24.95 minus $8. So that's $16.95. So the difference, right, is $16.95. What we want to do is take the original selling price now, $24.95 divided by $16.95, which was the difference. So our break-even ROAS is a 1.47. That means anything above 1.7, that's awesome, we're profitable. Anything below, we are unprofitable. So there you guys have it. That is the exact blueprint to utilize when it comes to testing any product on your Shopify dropshipping store in literally any niche. All that's left now is for you to take action. Also, I will say that if you are starting a new Shopify store, be sure to do so through utilizing my link in the description down below, where you can actually start dropshipping for only $1 a month for your first 3 months. Stay tuned for new videos, and other than that, your boy's out. Peace.